Hello, Subaru Brat family, or early Subaru family, and the Suzuki. Can't forget the Suzuki. Great car. All right, so I'm gonna do a video. There's the junkyard monkey. There's Santa on the vacuum lines. Now the Brat, I'm not driving it currently because I blew up the thermostatic switch. I was doing a coolant flush on it, and I got water all up on it. I think that's why it's not working, because it's brand new. The fan works, tested that. So yeah, my switch is right down there, if you can see it. And don't mind some of my patchwork. This was a junkyard rebuild, quick, easy, who cares how it looks. Let's just have some fun in the car, and I've been having a blast. So if you got a Brat that's rough, just get the damn thing running, who cares? Some people, you know, when you finish a car too, a lot of people, for instance, the wheels, right? Here, look at the wheels. That's a good one, actually. I have another one at the junkyard that I need to get. I forgot to get it. Don't take my wheel, whoever's watching. But like that one over there, it's rough, right? I got a little rust on the wheel wells. Okay? That patch I did, it sucks, but who cares? It's gonna do its thing. So, but the point I'm making, when you finish a car, a lot of the time, people are gonna be like, oh, you should paint the wheels, you should do. Yeah, I know. I want to do all that, but guess what? I want to drive it too. And also time, money, all that stuff. But most of the time, everyone's just pumped to see the car. You're going to have some of those critics that want to put their 2 cents in. It's like, yeah, you don't think I thought of that? Jeez. And actually, my good friend, if you are watching, he was the first one to comment on the wheels. I love you. You had a good reason to say that, but other people, it's like, hey. Anyway, back to the video. I was venting a lot of anger. Vacuum lines. So here we go. So you got your cover. It's off. Now we got all these crazy lines, right? And it's kind of overwhelming. We don't know where to start. Luckily for me, when I bought this car, the previous owner didn't move or change anything up. So I was grateful for that, because if you have to deal with someone else's bypassing all this, oh my gosh, it can be a real nightmare. So first things first, here is your, let's see, your main fuel line is right here. Let's just double check. It's kind of tucked in. I'm gonna bend over. Yeah, so that's your main fuel line coming in there, and then this is the one that goes to your carburetor. We'll get to that in a second. And then this is your return from the carburetor as well. Yeah, there you go. It comes up here. Yeah. So here we go. We're going to do some things. Oh, by the way, there are, I think, like 2 or 3 bolts that hold the air filter box. Mine are not on because I've been taking it on and off so much that I just said screw it. So you got that right there. Oh, do I have light? Crap. We'll try to do it quick. So there's one there, there's a mount there, mount here. Then you can pop it off. But first things first, you have to take this hose off. And this operates, the vacuum operates the diaphragm on the air filter box here. So that's what that does. Mine doesn't work anymore, but that's okay, it doesn't matter. Just means I have to kind of give it some more gas on the cold morning to get that engine to start firing up, and I can just full throttle. So I have a plug right here on this little guy, and then this line here, there's a line there, that goes to this line right here, which is right next to the vacuum advance on the distributor. So this line next to the vacuum advance. I also have a plug on that one, if you can see that. There's a plug on that. So plug here, plug there. Vacuum advance for distributor, that goes to that rail next to it. This hose goes there. What else? Let's see. And then you got these 2 hoses in the back. This one goes to, it's like a, what's, like a hockey, like 2 hockey pucks. It's right here. That line goes right to that thing. And I believe that's the anti-backfire gizmo. Now, if you're, I'm going to do a little tangent. If you're going to be doing a Weber swap, you have to delete all the emission things, which I have the Hitachi, and the thing is working good. At first I was a little nervous, it wasn't working right, but I got the float set just right, and it's been working great ever since. So if you have the Hitachi set up, this is what you're gonna be dealing with. If you're gonna do a Weber swap, or have the Weber swap, you won't be dealing with this stuff. And then this line goes to the valve cover right here. Let's see what else while we're here. Okay, I think I can take it off about, so I'm gonna pop this off. And it's pretty cold today, so hopefully I don't slam my hand. Gosh, I've taken it off numerous times, and you'd think it'd be easier. Oh, this thing too. I need to get a smaller size, but this is for, this goes on your exhaust pipe, and it feeds into the box. It brings in warm air to the carburetor. Oh my God, it's on there tight. Holy cow. Well, that's fun. We'll get that off in a second. We'll try you guys. Maybe I need a flathead. That comes off. There we go. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Bastard. It's so tight. Let me see if I got a flathead or something in my car. I saw something the other day. Oh man, this tool here, I left it on inside the engine bay. I got it off the truck, so that thing is worth like, well, on the truck it's worth like 60 bucks, but Amazon a little cheaper. But still, I was like, holy cow, I almost lost that. All right, it's not a flathead, but it's good for prying. God, yeah, it's not a great day to do it. It's pretty cold, so the lines are real stiff. Oh God, that was almost my finger. I'd just rip it off, but I'm so scared of hitting my hand. It's gonna hurt so much. Just barely grazed it. Okay, let's go to this side now. This side, we have this spaceship looking thing that feeds into this inlet right there. Now, try to take it off. Oh, that's easy, good. And then you got this. It's like it's a T-fitting. This one right here feeds into this guy. So then when I pop that off, I might need to get a light. Yeah, I'm probably marring this, but it's okay. The faster I get this done, I can go inside and go edit this video. And then maybe play some Counter-Strike. Ooh, yeah. Alright, cool. Once I get these top ones off, I'm gonna go get a light just to make sure. And then there's a plug. There's a plug back here. So that one's off. Okay, when we turn the camera off, I'll come back, get a light, and we'll dissect this. Okay, we're back. This little light, I got this little light, and then a couple other lights. It's like a neck light, and it can come off too, which is kind of cool. So what is next? I think I can take it off. Let's see. Now there's like there's a couple lines underneath the box they had to get off as well. Take a look at that now, so you guys can see it. All right. Okay, so this vacuum for the air box goes right. It's a perfect time for the light. Far left. And then the one to the right of it goes to that T-fitting right there. And that T-fitting goes, the one side of it goes all the way back to the firewall underneath the passenger side rear brake line. We'll go to that in a second. And then the bottom part of that T, where does that go? The bottom part of that T, okay, right there. The bottom part of the T is right, put this here, you jerk, is right here. And that'll feed into that little inlet right there. And what else? And we got another line There's a line right here underneath the box, and it goes into that T-fitting, which is so right there. You can see it. Make sure my camera is looking okay. All right, it goes right there, and it's this line. There's a blue on mine. There's a blue. What do you call that? Adapter or something to connect the hose, and that hose is right here. So that goes right there. And we'll come back to those in a second. We'll do the carburetor lines now. So you got these two lines right here. One capped off right there. And then the line in the middle of the three goes right there. And that line goes there. Yeah, it's got an elbow. That's kind of cool. There, it's a golf tee. I've been using that. And then there's an inlet right there, which I think is a coolant line actually, because the coolant goes it's like right there. I've heard of horror stories about the coolant leaking into the intake manifold. So there's a line that goes right there. I had number 9. Let's pay attention right there. So number 9 means nothing to you guys. I had that numbered for my reference when I was redoing some things. That just goes to like a plugged off end. So that's what mine's doing. All right. And then we got this gizmo, whatever that thing is. It's got 3 lines coming off of it, and they have hoses to them. So if you guys can see that, bottom one goes to the closest line to it, middle one goes to the middle, and the one that's closest to us, top one, goes to that line right there. And remember, the numbers don't mean anything to you guys. That was just for me. So number 3 comes underneath this guy. Whew, man, I'm getting overwhelmed. I've been looking at this stuff too for a while. Not today, but when I was working on the Hitachi. So number 3 comes under here, right? Whoop, goes under towards the firewall, and it goes into a green fitting. Mine's green, at least. Let me move the box. I really don't want to take off any more hoses because it's very cold. These hoses are old and brittle. So it goes, number 3 goes into this line right here, and there's a cap on the top of it. It's a T-fitting, and then it goes, it's this line right here, goes to this. Oh, I remember the name of this. It's this plastic gizmo. So I had the top of that plastic. It's like a check valve. It goes into the bottom inlet on it. I had the top right capped off. Okay, so number 3 right here goes into the bottom of it. I'll try to get a better view of it. It's like a check valve thing. You can see it right there, I hope. And it looks like a spaceship too, like a flying saucer. I'm gonna put that in my description. Drones, because man, I've been seeing a whole bunch of videos about that. Aliens, and it's like, oh god, the drones. Here we go. And then this line off of that spaceship looking thing comes off the back of it. There's another T-fitting with a cap on it, and that comes up and around where you go. And it comes to the back of that rail here on the carb. So we'll try to look at it again. It goes up, right? Uh-oh, I think I went the wrong one. Let me do it again. So this one comes here, whoop. Ah, cool, okay, yeah. So off of that spaceship guy, T-fitting capped off, up, and to this inlet right here. That's the one. All right. Where does that guy go? Okay. And then okay, this is the same, it looks like this, but the one that we were just looking at has these other inlets and outlets. This one has just an inlet and outlet. So this one on this end here comes out this way and into this one on the carburetor. That guy right there. So here, and then that line goes into, so then the back of this other one goes down and into, that top or bottom? It goes into this guy, which sits on top of the manifold. It's mounted on with 3 Phillips head bolts. It's that one. Then it's the bottom line. The bottom line goes into that. The top line, where's the top line go? Yeah, it's crazy how, oh, I think I lied about the, okay, sorry. What comes off of that, I might take my GoPro off so we can, it'll be easier to see. I got 3% battery, that's really cool. All right, so this plastic gizmo right here, the line that's closest to us, right there, it comes off underneath there and then into that part of the carburetor. And that's facing the driver's side wheel well. And then this line that goes into the carburetor is what goes here and then up around to that T-fitting right there. That's capped off. And then it wraps around and then it goes into the same, it looks like this, but this one has more things going on. It comes into the side of it. You can see that right there. There's a side inlet outlet thing. Oh, I need to put another, I'm missing a Phillips head screw right there. Uh-oh, that's all right. Let's see. Yeah, and then this line that comes off of the airbox goes down and then to that part of this plastic gizmo. So that one goes to the airbox. This one goes to the carburetor, which is right here, capped off. And then this one, the top one, or sorry, the bottom one, in between all those is the one that feeds off of the T-fitting right there and comes to the front of the car. Number 3? Number 3. So there you go. I'm gonna get another battery, so hang tight. Okay, where were we? Vacuum lines, so much fun. Should I take this off? Just one line, is that what it is? Now let's take it off. We got this one. Yeah, we did that. We did those. Yeah, I can take it off now. Oops. Oh yeah, I'll know that. I'll know where it goes. Cool. So you guys see it now. That one goes to that blue T-fitting gizmo. Oh, this one's a pain in the butt to get off. We'll try to push it. There you go. Off this side. We're good. Here you go. So we were talking about number 3, right? Number 3 goes to that weird spaceship looking thing that has the multiple inlet and outlet pieces. That coolant. All right. So this line right here feeds into the carb. So this one's right here, and it goes to this rail right here. And I believe that goes to the canister over here. So that's that line. Okay? This rail right there. This rail right here feeds into the closest inlet on the carb. Next one up. Let's see, what's this one do? Okay, so there's a line here, which is this rail right there. The skinnier line, it goes right here, goes down, and it feeds into, there's like a split. So there's a rail, the one furthest away from me, closest to the carb, it has a split on the back of it. You might be able to see it right there. It looks like a U. That's where that line goes. Okay. And then this line right here, which I think is the main fuel line, I believe. Yep, it is. So this is your main fuel line coming off of your filter right there. Separator, filter. So it comes down. Now mine, I fixed it because I had to. So this is where my fuel line's coming off of. That's right. So left side of the separator filter comes around, And it goes right there. Then number 6, which I said before, does not pertain to you guys. This one, the top piece, goes up. And then, yeah, it goes to this one. There's a zip tie right there, but it just goes up, and then it goes into that plastic piece I was showing you, the spaceship looking one. So that's where that one goes. Let's see, I did that one. And then this guy, so this is where your separator is, okay? So it's your main fuel line, and then the separator, it will return this. Here's the line, comes around, and it goes into, all right, I'll make sure I'm, yeah, okay, cool. It goes into this also split guy. So this is also the return that goes to your fuel, I believe. If it's on the same line, it should be. Maybe I'm lying, let me see. Oh, I think I'm, no, that's right. Yeah, so that line goes back to your fuel. So this guy, which comes off of your main fuel inlet, that little whoop, that goes there, there, and then it goes to the right side. It's gonna be a U, right? So this one comes off, goes into that part of the U, and then this one is on the right side of it. So there's that. Here is this thing. Now remember, this guy feeds into that, I believe. Luckily I have pictures for reference for myself. This part of it comes off and goes down to the valve cover as well. And then this feeds, I'll have to probably move some stuff around. Before I do that, let me just take a look around. Make sure I'm not missing anything. Yeah, okay, before I move on, this line right there, hopefully you guys can see that. Okay, I got that further one plugged. This one, there was a nice nest there before. This line feeds into that hose, and then that hose is the one that goes, I see a clip on it, so it's gonna be close. Where does it go to? Oh yeah, I think we already did that one. Yeah, it goes into that, cool. Goes into that black plastic piece I was pointing out earlier. Okay, anything else? Plugged. Oh, this line, I've not talked about this line yet. That line right there, the furthest on the intake manifold on the passenger side, this hose goes into there, and then it comes up, plastic adapter piece. Right below it, there's another one. That's where this line comes from. So it feeds there, wraps around, goes in there. I'm gonna try to get a better angle here. Let me see, put this flashlight in here. Let me move this box so we can get a better view. Oh, jeez Louise. All right, where are we, baby girl? Oops, that sounded kind of aggressive. Yep, okay, cool. So it's right here. It feeds into a T-fitting. Put you there we go, okay. So you can kind of see it. Feeds up into that T-fitting. And this is the other one my finger's on. Just ignore that. It's the one kind of in the dark. Right there. That's where that goes. And then, where does that go? Let's see. Okay. Grab the light. So you got this line. Yeah, so that line that comes off of that T-fitting feeds to this line right here. Let me get a better angle here. And this line feeds into this. Now, I remember looking that up. It's part of, I think, the backfire system. Let me get the light, change it around here. So that line, that's the line right there that feeds into it. There. And then there's that line right there. So the main fat line coming off comes underneath the shock tower or strut tower. And it's that fat boy right there. And it feeds into this pipe right there. Let me go over here now. Feeds into that pipe right there. And that pipe then feeds into this metal. Hold on a second. What we wanted. This metal gizmo. Yeah, or it goes underneath. I think, yeah, it feeds into the EGR. So that's what feeds into the EGR system. So it goes into that pipe, and then it goes to the EGR right there, which is probably, maybe. Alright, and then there's that little hose that comes off of the EGR, and that will go underneath the carburetor. And then you got all these other lines here. Let's see what else. Alright. Hopefully you can see more things I maybe missed to talk about. Like there's a line right there that goes into the manifold, comes up to that blue fitting, that blue adapter right there. You see it? That goes there. Anything else I might have missed? Okay, yeah, there's that thing. Yeah, hopefully this helps. I can take another video if you guys want me to pinpoint something. Let's see what else. Oh yeah, here you go. Another interesting thing. I have those two lines plugged off as well. The ones coming off, and now we're facing the passenger side. Let's see. Anything else? I think that kind of does it for now. Here's the back of my carburetor. That is the electric choke. Those are those hoses. And there's the electrical wire. It goes into it. And then there's the thing that it's like an anti I think the term's called like anti-dieseling. So when you, like the Mustang, I was having that issue where I turned the car off and it would keep running, or it would at least try to keep running. And it's this thing right here. It has like a half-inch bolt. That thing right there. That's where that wire goes to. There's some more wires right there. What else? Okay, there's another hose right there. It feeds. That one right there. That one feeds to the inlet. Let me get another light on here. This thing's a pain. It feeds to that right down there. So that right there feeds right down in there. I'll try to see if I can find that EGR line. I might have to do that separately. Oh, that might be it right there. Yeah, okay. So that EGR line I was talking about, it feeds into that middle line, I believe. That's the only line that comes underneath the carburetor, and it comes, it's like welded, or not welded, but maybe it's welded to that bracket, mounting bracket for the carb, and it comes straight up into a T in that middle line right there, and then that's where that hose comes from. But I think that's a good start for this video, for just to get a video out there to some people. I know one fella, his Brat was messed with. I'm not sure if he bought like that or was I don't know the whole story of the car, but I just know his vacuum lines are all disorganized, and he wants some reference. So hopefully this helps. If it needs more fine-tuning, just let me know. I will do this again. I was sitting down like, oh crap, I should do a video before it gets too dark. So maybe when it's nicer and it's not getting or I'm not fighting against time, I can take my time and we can really dive into this. But hopefully this helps just get things rolling. Good luck.